Texas is doing something no other state has ever done. Right now, as you're watching this video, it's challenging California's 70-year dominance, and it's winning. In 2024, Texas added over 560,000 new residents. That's more than Florida, more than California, more than New York, Georgia, and Arizona combined. Every single day, 1,500 people move to Texas. That's a new person every minute. While California loses people for the first time in its history, this is why Texas is becoming America's most powerful state. Texas now has over 31 million people. Only California has more. But here's what's shocking. The gap is closing fast. In 2000, California had 13 million more people than Texas. Today, that gap is down to just 8 million. And it's shrinking by about 500,000 people every single year. At this rate, Texas could surpass California by the 2040s. Texas could become America's most populous state. For the first time in 70 years, California won't be number one. But population is only part of the story, because people don't just move somewhere for no reason. Since 2020, over 140 major companies have moved their headquarters to Texas. Not branch offices, full headquarters. Tesla left California for Austin. Oracle left California for Austin. Caterpillar left Illinois for Dallas. These aren't small businesses. These are Fortune 500 companies worth billions of dollars. And they're all moving to one state, Texas. Apple is building a billion-dollar campus in Austin with 5,000 employees. It's Apple's second largest office in the world. Google and Meta expanded massively in Austin before the tech slowdown. All of this happened in just the last few years. Why are they moving? 3 reasons: zero state income tax, zero capital gains tax, and housing that cost a quarter of what it does in California. The median home price in San Francisco is $1.3 million. In Dallas, it's $430,000. That's 3 times cheaper. Companies save billions. Employees can actually afford houses. It's not even close. But the real power of Texas isn't tech or population. It's what's underground. Texas produces 43% of all American oil. Let that sink in for a moment. One state produces nearly half of America's entire oil supply. Texas keeps breaking production records year after year. The numbers keep climbing. Texas produces more oil than Iraq, more oil than Iran, more oil than Kuwait and the UAE combined. If Texas were its own country, it would be the 4th largest oil producer on Earth, only behind Saudi Arabia, Russia, and the rest of the United States. The Permian Basin in West Texas is the engine driving everything. In 2024, the Permian produced 6.3 million barrels of oil per day. That's 48% of America's entire oil production, from one region, in one state. And here's what's crazy. The Permian is one of the most productive oil regions on Earth. It rivals the output of entire countries and reshapes global energy. And production keeps growing every single year, despite using fewer drilling rigs. Texas also produces 28% of America's natural gas, and it has 35 oil refineries. That's a third of America's entire refining capacity. More than India, more than every country on Earth except China, Russia, and the rest of America. This gives Texas massive geopolitical power. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, Europe needed to replace Russian oil and gas. Who filled the gap? Texas. American oil and gas ships sailed from Texas to Europe in massive numbers. Texas Energy kept Europe's lights on, without firing a single shot. That's power. But Texas isn't just stuck in the fossil fuel era. Texas leads America in wind power, by a lot. Texas has over 150 wind farms producing 30,000 megawatts. That's more wind power than any other state. If Texas were a country, it would rank 5th in the world for wind power. The Texas Panhandle and West Texas are some of the windiest places on Earth, even windier than most of Europe. Texas is also second in the nation for solar power production. Wind and solar combined provide a third of Texas's electricity, and it's growing fast. So Texas doesn't just dominate oil and gas, it's dominating renewable energy too. No other state controls this much energy, and all that energy is fueling something massive. All this energy powers an enormous economy. Texas's GDP is $2.7 trillion. If Texas were its own country, it would be the 8th largest economy on Earth, even ahead of Canada. Between 2010 and 2021, the Texas economy grew by 39%. That's 1.5 times faster than the national average. Texas has led the entire nation in job growth for years. The state consistently adds more jobs than any other state in America. And Texas now has 54 Fortune 500 company headquarters. More than California, more than any other state. But companies don't just move for the economy alone. They need infrastructure to actually operate. Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is the third busiest airport in the world. It's the main hub for American Airlines, the largest airline in the world. But DFW isn't even the only major airport in Dallas. There's also Dallas Love Field, the hub for Southwest Airlines. Combined, they make Dallas one of the most connected cities on Earth. You can fly anywhere from Texas, quickly, cheaply. This makes Texas the perfect location for companies with national or global operations. Houston has the busiest port in America by tonnage. More cargo moves through Houston than any other U.S. port by total weight. Texas has 465,000 miles of pipelines. That's enough to circle the Earth 18 times. All this infrastructure was already built. Companies just have to show up and plug in, and most of them are showing up in one specific region. 3 out of every 4 Texans live in the Texas Triangle. This is the region connecting Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. It covers less than a quarter of Texas's land, but it contains 22 million people. That's more people than Australia. It contains 4 of America's 15 largest cities, and it's the 4th most populated megaregion in America. By the 2030s, the Texas Triangle will have as many people as Southern California, except it's all in one state, under one state government, with one set of business-friendly laws. And more people means something else. More people means more political power. Texas gained 2 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives after the 2020 census. It now has 38 representatives. That's 15% of the electoral votes needed to win the presidency. California lost a seat, for the first time ever. Texas is gaining power while California loses it. By 2040, Texas could have more electoral votes than California. That would completely reshape American politics. So what does all of this add up to? Texas isn't powerful because of one thing. It's powerful because of everything. Massive population growth, an exploding economy, the largest oil and gas production in America, leading renewable energy, world-class infrastructure, Fortune 500